Today's game on KFJB-TV is sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, Central State Bank, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, Hy-Vee Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown School District, Sandvik Enterprises, Scooters, Marshalltown, State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, Members First Community Credit Union, Van Wyck Wood Builders.
A 13-day layoff for the Marshalltown Bobcats heading into postseason play tonight in Class 4A Substate 4. They face the Dowling Maroons for the first time in 2 years on Match Day on KFJB-TV. Touch up the right foot. Wow! What a goal! Brandon Lewis with you tonight from Dowling Catholic High School. It is postseason play. Throw out the wins and the losses. It's a whole new season tonight. It's great to have you along with our KFJB-TV crew. Zach Tobish, our on-site producer, Keith Stewart, and the one and only Todd Father on our camera crew as you take a look at Chris Nunez in goal. He has been special this year. 5th in saves in Class 4A for the Bobcats this season as the Cats roll in with a regular season record 11-5-1, 3-1 out of the Iowa Alliance Conference North. Kind of an oddity, but they are on the road tonight. There should be a game that should be back in Marshalltown, but that is what it is. 4-7-5 on the season for the Dowling Maroons out of the CIML, where they went 2-4-2 this year behind head coach Jackson Teeling. This is the matchup first time in 2 years as you take a look at head coach Scott Johannes. His team very prepared for tonight, very locked in for this postseason game. They have their sights set on getting to the state qualifier game, either against Des Moines Roosevelt or Waukee. That game would be on Friday if they get past Dowling here tonight. And tonight, Roosevelt taking on Waukee. That started at 5. We don't have a score update on that one. We'll let you know as we go throughout the night. But we're going to talk to that man, Scott Johannes, when we come back. It is the Maroons and the Bobcats postseason play coming up on Match Day on KFJB-TV.
At Marshalltown Community School District, students don't just prepare for the future, they shape it. Embrace the lead. From academic excellence to college and career readiness, our schools support every student's journey. With strong student support, a wide range of extracurricular opportunities, engaging fine arts programs, and hands-on learning experiences. There's something here for everyone. Marshalltown Community School District, where they embrace the lead to ensure success tomorrow.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Health powers life. From the delightfully routine to the truly uncharted, and the unexpected can happen in a heartbeat. Mercy One offers the latest cardiovascular treatment options, leading-edge clinical research trials, and the region's top cardiologists and surgeons. Count on our experts for the most advanced therapies and personalized care, ensuring you're ready no matter what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Match day on KFJB-TV. Brandon Lewis now joined by Scott Johannes, head coach for Marshalltown Bobcat boys soccer, on the road tonight in Class 4A postseason play as they match up against the Dowling Maroons here tonight. Coach, a very hot one. 13 days since you last played. How's the team's form heading into this one? It's quite the layoff, but both teams are having a layoff. Dowling on 7 days rest.
Yeah, we just took it. We took a day off. You know, we said, hey, okay, let's do this and reset, and just been working hard, just getting ready for it. So.
Yeah. I always trust bus drivers, and I asked the bus driver Alex tonight. I said, all right, were we messing around or were we locked in? He said, soccer team was locked in tonight. I expect your team very locked in. They've been so focused all year. This has been the goal, to get to postseason and continue a run. What's it going to take here tonight to get off to a good start?
We're looking forward to for our team just to be able to move the ball back and forth, keep them running. The Dowling has played defense all year long, not giving up a lot of goals. So our strategy is going to be just to keep the ball moving, keep them running, and stay in control. That way we don't get tired or hot.
Yeah, for sure. That's what Hoover just did to them, 4-0 win over them. You saw Hoover. You knocked off Hoover earlier this year. So, you know, when you look at that and that strong defensive line, how do you counter on the defensive end to limit any opportunity whatsoever for Dowling's counterattack?
We're going to keep the ball. We're not going to let them have it. And at the same time, our defense has been really stingy as well, you know, with Nunez in the box, and he's feeling good. And our four in front of him, they're locked in and they're very focused. And actually, we had a couple of our guys change their summer plans, you know, to make sure that their jobs didn't start too soon. So they're ready.
You've been doing this job for quite some time. To have four guys who have scored 10 or more goals this year, what's that mean to your offensive side, and what's kind of led to that?
You know, well, unselfish play, you know, because we could easily say, you know, any one of the top two leaders, you know, Aaron or Andreas, hey, it's on your shoulders. You got to go out and score. And in the past, we've counted on Aaron to score, you know, quite a bit. And, you know, and I know he was hoping to get it to 20 goals or so, you know, even though his goal ultimately was just to win, you know, and whatever he needed to do. And I think it's that unselfish play that they've had to just say, hey, we'll share it, you know, because, again, they've scored in a couple of games. So, well, maybe they'll break loose tonight.
Yeah. Your team well-tested. How do you hope that kind of helps postseason play?
You know, the tough match, our last one against Prairie, was a great one coming in. You know, they're very disciplined and a defensive team as well. So I think they're ready. I mean, they're definitely they're focused. They're ready to not end tonight. So that's it.
13 days rest. I'm sure health is doing pretty good.
It is. We're feeling good. So
good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Bobcats take on the Maroons for the first time since 2024 season. That's coming up in a little bit. We'll check out the starting 11, though, when we come back. It's Match Day on KFJB-TV.
Scooter's Coffee is going bananas, literally. Treat yourself to banana bread hot or iced lattes, creamy latte blenders, and fresh banana bread muffins. Need something refreshing? Sip a berry spritz soda, light, bubbly, and perfect any time of day. Craving cozy? Try salted caramel waffle lattes, hot or iced, or a smooth sea salt caramelicious as a latte, cold brew, or blender. And don't forget the French toasty sandwich, warm, sweet, and satisfying. Plus, Cinnalicious drinks are here for a limited time. Scooter's Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com. Gear up for game day with Adlin Engraving and Screen Print. Spring and summer sports are here. We have you covered with apparel, awards, embroidery, with many options and ideas. Adlin Engraving and Screen Print, 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available. Back in on Match Day on KFJB-TV. Brandon Lewis with you tonight. Be sure to hit the like button and support our broadcast. We appreciate it. It's all free to do so as we are streaming free. Subscribe to KFJB-TV on YouTube And also turn on those alerts, get the upcoming game notifications. Let's get to tonight's starting lineups, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineups. First up for the Dowling Maroons, it'll be Owen Hettinger in goal, 710 minutes with a 60% save percentage. Meza Sullivan, Shavanis, as well as Kludek on the back line. Meanwhile, for the midfield tonight for the Maroons, it'll be Ramirez, McCoy, Sullivan, and Luca Anderson. And up top at the forwards for the Maroons tonight, it'll be at striker Kutka, as he is a sophomore and just one assist on the season. No goals, looking for his first. Isaac Fuentes has 6 goals to lead the Maroons coming into this one. For the Bobcats tonight on that defensive line, it will look like this. Back in goal, it will be Chris Nunez, 5th in 4A in saves with 121. Ramirez, Maravilla, the captain, and Bell at right back. At midfield tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats, it'll be the freshman Segovia, who's played well all season long, still looking for his first goal of the year, and the captain, Aaron Ordaz, 9th in goals in 4A, and 2nd in assists this year is Andres Ordaz, his brother, also at midfield. And up top in the forwards for the Bobcats tonight, Angel Chavez at left wing. Angel Gomez, he is our Cat Connection coming up at halftime. One of 4 Bobcats with 10 or more goals coming in to this match here tonight. And Armando Estrada will be at right wing. That is our starting lineups. Again, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineup. Time for keys to the game, all presented by First Rate Real Estate. FirstRateTeam.com is all the captains meeting at midfield. For the Bobcats, keep the pressure relentless. That is one thing they have done all season long. 4th in 4A in 333 shots coming into this one, 182 shots on goal, and they've been well with 63 goals. They've been key to start off very early with their goal scoring. In our last broadcast against Des Moines East, Angel Gomez with a couple of quick early goals in that one helped deliver a win against the Scarlets. Meanwhile, for the Maroons, survived the first wave. They gave up 4 goals in their last game against Hoover 7 days ago, and they'll have to stop the Bobcats. They've been strong on the defensive line this year, so that's where they will earn their money here tonight, so to speak, for the Maroons on that defensive line. They'll have to stop an early attack by the Bobcats. That is our keys to the match. Get all brought to you by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. We'll get you scoreboard updates throughout the night tonight and keep you up to date on other action going on. A final tonight. Johnston, of course, made it to the championship game last year in Class 4A and eventually lost to Valley, but 10-0. They beat Ottumwa tonight. Des Moines Roosevelt taking on Waukee. We're keeping an eye on that one tonight. That started at 5. Still no score update on that one as we get a quick Central State Bank scoreboard update here tonight. But Waukee and Des Moines Roosevelt, the winner of this game will face the winner of that game coming up on Friday night. If Marshalltown wins tonight and Waukee wins, Marshalltown would be at home. Marshalltown wins and Roosevelt wins, that game would be in the Des Moines Metro coming up on Friday night. Ankeny Centennial and Cedar Rapids Jefferson, as well as Linn-Mar and Dubuque Senior. Waterloo West takes on Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Des Moines Lincoln, who was ranked earlier this year, they take on Sioux City North. Ames and Des Moines North. That'll be a very interesting game. That is the second game of a doubleheader at Mediacom Stadium tonight. That one gets going at 7 o'clock. So Ames and North, big one to fight out there as North got themselves a 2 seed as they take on the 3 seed in Ames. But a very tough draw for North, who was ranked earlier this year. Valley takes on Pleasant Valley. Ankeny and Southeast Polk. Ankeny has really struggled this year. Bobcats beat them earlier this year 2-0. Southeast Polk has been a nice surprise. Urbandale's also been a surprise this year a little bit as they take on Cedar Falls tonight. So some big games around the state in Class 4A. It is a warm one as we approach kickoff on our match day coverage. Right now 86 degrees, but very hot. Not much of a breeze. We have plenty of trees around us to kind of block any breeze whatsoever here at the Dowling High School Soccer Complex. Both teams will be treated to a 5-minute water break at the 20-minute mark in both halves here tonight. So we'll have a little bit of a slower pace than we're used to with our soccer matches. But the first very warm soccer match of the season for the Marshalltown Bobcats and the Dowling Maroons. Maroons will be in their black tops and bottoms. Bobcats in their traveling whites here tonight as starting lineups just about ready to be read here at the complex as we are running just a little bit behind. We're going to take our final break, and when we come back, we will have kickoff between the Maroons and the Bobcats. This is Match Day. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, you're more than a member, you're family. Since 1948, we've been helping members and their families save more, borrow smarter, and reach their financial goals. Whether it's a low-rate auto loan, a mortgage that feels manageable, or simply a savings account that grows with you, we're here to make banking simple and stress-free. Discover the credit union difference today. Visit Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, where people helping people is more than a motto, it's who we are. Learn more at lennoxecu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
When you're craving something quick, tasty, and satisfying, think your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. From hot made-to-order favorites like burgers, chicken strips, and fries to the Dairy Queen classics you love, blizzards, cones, sundaes, and shakes. Be sure to check out the monthly featured treats and limited-time favorites, always giving you something new to try. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a sweet treat, just because. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens has you covered. 2 convenient locations, South Center Street and North 3rd Avenue in Marshalltown, where happy tastes good every day.
The following is a presentation of Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV.
Match day. Match day.
Match day.
Match day.
Match day.
Match day starts now on KFJB-TV.
Postseason play tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats as they take on the Dowling Maroons. Let's step aside for our national anthem.
Let's play some soccer.
National anthem wrapping up. 40 minutes on the clock in our first half of Class 4A Substate 7 semifinal action. Winner advances to the state qualifier game coming up on Friday night, and anticipating that one at 7 o'clock. As you see, the Bobcats heading back for a quick huddle before we get underway with our kickoff as the Bobcats come in. And again, a mark of 11-5-1, 3-1 out of the Iowa Alliance Conference. And, of course, the Bobcats well-tested this year. They have taken on 8 ranked opponents this year, including knocking off 6th-ranked Hoover 3-1. In Class 3A, they also took down a ranked Des Moines Christian team. They're currently ranked 3 in 2A. Gladbrook Rhinebeck as well. They're ranked 8th in Class 1A. And, of course, took on other teams that were ranked at some point this year, including North Valley, Lincoln, who they drew against 2-2, Ames, a 2-1 loss, and took on Roosevelt and Prairie as well. So well-tested during the regular season as they take on a team from the CIML, 4-7-5 on the year for the Dowling Maroons behind head coach Jackson Teeling. Scott Johannes and his Bobcats ready to go in the all-whites here tonight. The Bobcats one kickoff, and they will begin with possession here on our match day coverage. Great to have you along. Brandon Lewis with you from Dowling High School. We are underway in the Des Moines Metro as Bell touches on the near side up to the wing. Now to Andres Ordaz. Missing on a pass to his brother Aaron Ordaz, but saved by Ramirez on the far side, playing up from his left back spot. They'll send it back to Mraz, the center back. Now to the right back, and Bell has it deflected out. That should be a Bobcat throw-in, and it is. Well, the first 5 minutes or so, usually we see the Bobcats kind of feeling out in that process, seeing what they can get away with on a given night. Over to Ramirez. Now back to the other captain, Jesus Maravilla. Ramirez, good ball ahead, but the defensive line, and Sullivan will scramble back for it, sends it back to Hettinger, the keeper, who puts it back towards midfield. Segovia trying to settle it down, hits the turf, a play on from our head official. And turned over. Angel Chavez getting that one back as Andres Ordaz sends it to Bell. Now back to Mraz. Nunez settles it down in the 171 in the pink top here tonight on the road. Mraz has it deflected out into the Bobcat bench for a Bobcat throw-in. Good ball ahead. Here's Gomez. He's got a one-on-one opportunity with the keeper. Loses the dribble, sends it in. And good pressure from behind on the defensive line to catch back up on that one by the Maroons. Gomez, though, flashing the speed early on, which he's done quite a bit with his 11 goals on the year. That one too far in front and out on the end line. Nearly saved by the Maroons, but it will end in a goal kick. Mraz gets the feed. Now out to Bell on the near side. And deflected back for another goal kick for the Bobcats. Well, two teams that used to match up in the CIML here tonight, but of course the Bobcats a few years back switched to the Iowa Alliance Conference. Maroons have a 6-2 lead since 2013. Like I mentioned earlier tonight, these two teams met in postseason play back in 2024. 5-0 that night for the Dowling Maroons. Of course, the Maroons last year went 13-6-1, lost to the state quarterfinals to Johnston 5-0 in that match. Of course, Johnston eventually took on Valley in the 4A championship. Ball into the box. Bobcats looking to clear backside. Ramirez nearly clearing that one away. Chavez kind of whiffed on it, now wins it back up to Estrada. Estrada has it taken away. And near bad turnover at the penalty arc. Deflected. Dowling has it. Shot taken. Nearly saved. Nunez coming out from goal. It was Andres Ordaz with a horrible turnover at the penalty arc, and that will end up with a goal for the Dowling Maroons. And it's Landon Sullivan with his second goal of the year. Just 4 minutes into it, bad turnover for the Cats. Nunez went down, nearly blocked it. A late sliding save, but couldn't get to it. And Sullivan makes it 1-0. Ordaz. Gomez misplaying it on the header. Andres Ordaz waiting for a foul call, and it will come. A free kick for the Bobcats. He was being tugged on that jersey. So the Bobcats in an early hole here tonight to the CIML opponent in the Dowling Maroons. Ordaz lines up for the free kick. Sends this one into the box, and a read on it by Hettinger. Kick up ahead to midfield. Bell with a head on it. Deflected back to the Maroons. Sullivan, who just scored the goal, with a touch. The Bobcats force it back to them. They'll send it back to Maravilla. Bell finds up to Ordaz. Now along the wing to Gomez. Plays it to himself. A good play. Attacking, trying to pass it to Estrada. Bounces back to him. Now feeds out to Andre Ordaz on the edge of the 18. Back to Aaron Ordaz. Bending, and a great save by Hettinger. Bobcats will keep it in the attacking third. And the Maroons come back with it. Play it up towards midfield. This will send Mraz back for it. Sullivan on another attack. Segovia cuts that one off. Up to Estrada. Sends it back to Andres Ordaz. Now to Aaron Ordaz. He'll survey and look around. Sends it to the near side to the right back in Bell. Sneaks one past the Maroon. Finds Estrada. Now to Andres. Looking for that wing. And he finds it. Here's Gomez again. Can he get the angle? Knocked down. A header put on it. Estrada charging late and deflected out. And the Bobcats going for it. It'll be a Maroon throw-in. And the Bobcats finally heating up with some pressure after the first 5 minutes of our match here tonight. As Angel Gomez with a couple of great looks early on here just has not been able to pound one in. And Aaron Ordaz putting one on net with Hettinger with a great save. And now Mraz will send it back to Nunez in goal. Maravilla up to Aaron Ordaz. Mraz will boot one ahead. He's onside as Chavez. The AR on the near side indicating he was onside and now played out by the Maroons for a throw-in for the Bobcats. Throw-in goes to Maravilla. Andres Ordaz puts a foot on it. Over to Angel Gomez. His pass back to Ordaz is taken away. Gatka was able to intercept, and now the Bobcats intercept at our head referee. Calling on one of the Maroons to keep their leg down just a little bit there. Maravilla with a great find ahead to Aaron Ordaz. Now to Estrada. And Estrada off the side of the foot. Sends a roller back to Hettinger. McCoy passes ahead. His pass off the mark, a Bobcat throw-in. And it was Sullivan in the 4th minute here tonight to take the early lead 1-0 for the Maroons. As the pressure heating up a little bit on the Bobcats here in postseason play. Segovia out to the near side to Bell. Has it slipped through his feet, gathers it as he sends it back to Mraz. Maroons definitely setting a very high line here tonight. Bobcats trying to time up their runs. Mesa on the near side. He'll have to play it back to Nathan Sullivan. Matt McCoy works it ahead over to the far side. Intercepted by Ramirez. Taking a high hop at midfield. Gomez nearly tried to challenge. We have a couple of substitutions getting ready to check into the match. Ordaz intercepts. Segovia, the freshman, comes away with it. Leaves it to Ordaz, who hits the turf, and a foul called and a free kick to come for the Bobcats. Onto the pitch, getting ready to check in, Gavin Mishek with his 10 goals on the year. Deraiki Ramadani as well. Edgar Mraz lines up to take the free kick and sends it to Maravilla on the far side. Segovia over to Bell. And Bell, his pass just not quite what it needed to be. Maroons send it back to midfield as Mraz will play back to Nunez. In the end, Jonathan Nunez picks it up, but pressure has been put on early on. That's what led to the first goal of our match. Nunez maybe a little bit too confident in himself at times with those close plays. Out to Gomez. Can he track it down? He will. Back to Bell. Now to Segovia. Ordaz looking to the far side. Maravilla finds Andres Ordaz. Segovia was going to try to feed it back to him, but play just didn't align. And a little bit of holding going on the near side as Santi Ramirez called for the foul and a free kick to come right in front of the Maroon bench. As we have cleared the 10-minute mark here tonight. And our head referee will indicate for the free kick. Bending. Bobcats sky for it. Angel Chavez went for the header, but not able to get up high enough on that kick. And Ordaz will set it out on the near side for a Maroon. He did not want to have a quick counterattack right there. That'll give the Bobcats a moment. Here's Segovia on the last foul that was called on Ramirez for the Maroons. Maroons throw it in, back to Sullivan. We'll play it over to the far side. This one will work its way out for a Bobcat throw in. And finally, our substitutions will be allowed to come in. Gavin Mishek as well as Deraiki Ramadani. And this will bring out Angel Ramirez, the senior, at left back and also the left wing. And Angel Chavez. So new replacements on the far side of the pitch. Throw goes to Andres Ordaz. Come near side to Gomez. Lifts it to Aaron Ordaz. His pass a little too far ahead. Hettinger is out cleanly. Maroons this year have had a very tough schedule in the CIML. 60% save rate between Kuhn and Hettinger, who have played both back in goal this year. Just 15 goals for the Maroons this year. 63 this year for the Bobcats. Bobcats have only allowed 23, 36 given up by the Maroons. Near side to Ramirez. Ramirez looking for a crosser. Dowling Eventually pushed away from the ball as Ramadani will come up with it. Finds Gomez on the wing. And Andres Ordaz finds Gomez. He'll punch it ahead, but the defensive line is there. Nathan Sullivan plays it to Hettinger, who gives it back. Now McCoy. And that pass intercepted by Aaron Ordaz. And Bell's pass is kicked out. Chris Mendoza will check in for the Bobcats as he will place Edgar Bell. He'll replace Aiden Bell. A couple of substitutions as well for the Maroons as Smaim Kadka checks out. And while that happens, we see a foul committed on the Maroons, and it will set up a very favorable free kick. 24 yards out from goal from Aaron Ordaz, who has been pretty clutch this year in these situations with his 15 goals, which is 9th best in Class 4A. Maroons will set up a wall in front of him. Ordaz takes it, sails it through the uprights. Got underneath of that one. And the Bobcats still looking for their first goal of the night. Just under 4 minutes until we'll hit our first water break of the night with the Heat here tonight. They'll allow at the halfway point of both halves. Segovia looks over to Maravilla. Can he get to this one? He will. Now finds Andres Ordaz. Charging into the box, sends a crosser. What a great look for Gavin Mishek, putting that one on net late, but Hettinger is there again to make the save. Back to Hettinger, it will go. Mishek putting the pressure on here as he'll sail it towards midfield. The man they called Chewy will put a head on that one. And a foul called on the Bobcats is Andres Ordaz. A little handsy in the mix. McCoy has it deflected away. Come out on the near side for a Maroon throw-in. The header deflected to Segovia. Boots it back into the attacking end. Ordaz waits on it. Nice pass over to his brother Andres. Andres has it deflected away. He'll come up with the ball, and Chris Mendoza will play it back to Andres Ordaz. Andres gives it back to Aaron Ordaz, loses it behind him, and he'll send it back to reset. Andres Ordaz boots it way ahead. Mishek trying to get involved. Taken away again by Sullivan. Him and McCoy have been all over the place on that defensive line. Moraz to Mendoza. And Andres has it taken away at midfield. Fuentes. Mendoza marking on him. And Chris Nunez just coming out from goal, and he got off his angle. And Isaac Fuentes makes it 2-0. the 18-minute mark. As Isaac Fuentes, team leader in goals, picks up his 7th of the year.
Goal scored by Isaac Fuentes. Going in for the Maroons, number 8, Samuel S.K. Kakai, number 21, Colin McFerrin.
Well, if the Bobcats thought 1-0 was unfavorable, definitely 2-0 unfavorable. Des Moines Roosevelt defeated Waukee earlier tonight, and we're going to step aside. We're at the 18-minute mark here in our first half with 21 minutes to play in the first half, and due to the heat, they are taking a water break, and we will step aside. Bobcats trail 2-0 on KFJB-TV.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Welcome back to Dowling High School. Brandon Lewis with you tonight on KFJB-TV. Our on-site producer, Zach Tomish, Todd Steinkamp, as well as Keith Stewart, our camera crew tonight. Bobcats in the first round of action tonight in postseason play in Class 4A. Plenty of action going on around the state. Let's get a scoreboard update tonight, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what they can do for you with locations at Ames State Center and in West Des Moines. Finals tonight, as we did have a few 5 o'clock kickoffs. Ottumwa falls to Johnston, 10-0 the final there tonight. Des Moines Roosevelt takes down Waukee after Waukee won their play-in game. 3-0 the final there. So the winner of this game will take on Roosevelt at Mediacom Stadium coming up on Friday. And, of course, Dowling with the lead 2-0 currently. Other games we'll keep our eye on. Still no score updates on other action as Waterloo West taking on Cedar Rapids, Kennedy, Ames, and North, as well as Ankeny and Southeast Polk, Cedar Falls, and Urbandale. Other games of interest here tonight. Dowling with goals in the 4th and 18th minute. Nathan Sullivan, Isaac Fuentes have scored for the Maroons. Bobcats have had a few chances in this first half of action, but here was the first one of the night as Sullivan able to get it underneath the arm of Nunez, who came out from goal, and a lucky bounce right there after the deflection, and it goes into the net. The Bobcats scrambled late, but were not able to clear that one away. And then our goal right before the water break in the 18th minute, Isaac Fuentes was able to score his 7th goal of the season. As you take a look at the Tyler Pershong State Farm replay, that was just basically Chris Nunez getting off on his angle, and Fuentes was able to find the angle and get it past him coming to the near side and put that one in the back of the net. It'll be Bobcat possession out of the break. So we'll have a few almost half times here tonight. Segovia hits the turf. Niebuhr comes away with it momentarily now. Coming to the near side. Umpton turns it over. Aaron Ordaz, can he put some pressure on here? Bobcats needing a goal. Down 2-0 and has it taken away from behind. Declan Klodek, the senior, right back, taking that one away. And now the Bobcats, Chris Mendoza deflects it. It will be a Maroon throw-in on the far side.
Throw-in for the Maroons.
Throw-in does go to Mendoza. Now Segovia gets it to Aaron Ordaz. At Andres Ordaz. Angel Gomez streaking ahead with a great run and a great find. Puts a shot back towards the middle, maybe looking for a crosser. Mishek trying to fight his way in there, but the Maroons defensive line able to clear it away. Deflected out to Andres Ordaz, trying to find something. Puts the ball in. It goes in. What a shot to the backside of the post, and it deflects in for a goal. 2-1. Andres Ordaz makes it 2-1 with his 14th goal of the season, and finally the Cats come alive in the 20th minute. Take a look at our Tyler Prashong State Farm replay. It was all off the turnover, and Andres Ordaz with a quick shot past the keeper, Hettinger, just out of his reach. Well, I don't know. Looking at that again, I don't know what Scott Johannes said during the water break, but probably lit a fire to some degree. Turned over again. Here's Andres Ordaz. And poked away. The Maroons will play for a Bobcat throw-in on the far side touchline. Quick throw-in taken. Segovia nearly hitting the turf again. Dowling. Mraz wins it back. Up to Gomez. Look back to Ramadani. And Ramadani will get possession. Back to Nunez. Mendoza now pushes it ahead. Mraz surveys. This one's going to be too far out of reach for Gomez. Near side Sullivan. Andres Ordaz steps in front of it. Mishek going up for it, and he'll bowl over a Maroon and McCoy, and that'll be a free kick for the Maroons. So that now 64th goal of the year for the Bobcats. And that one deflected out, a Bobcat throw-in. Quite a few substitutions lining up for the Maroons. Luca Anderson, as well as Isaac Fuentes and Santi Ramirez getting ready to check back in momentarily. Ball deflected, so we'll have a drop ball here from our head referee. Segovia finds Aaron Ordaz. Sends it out to Maravilla. Long run for him. And offside is Estrada, and a free kick to come for the Maroons. So those substitutions will be allowed to enter onto the pitch. 2-1 our score. 17 minutes remaining before our halftime break. Throw in. Taken away by Maravilla. Ramadani near side. Good find. Works it to Andres, who has another superb pass, finding Gomez. Looking for maybe a crosser. Plays it back to Ramadani. Ramadani turned over. Landon Sullivan boots it ahead. Mraz puts a head on it. They were trying to find James Nebrew. And turned over. Estrada comes up with it. Gomez calling for it. Pass ahead to him. He'll get to it. Finds Estrada. Takes the shot. Bending. What a save. To the backside it goes. Aaron Ordaz will settle it. Moving ahead is Maravilla. Great shot on net. Here's Mishek trying to get a foot on it. Just can't. And it will be a goal kick to come. But the Bobcats turn it up the pressure. And Gomez just a great find. He got it to Estrada as we take a look at our Tyler Pashunk State Farm replay. What a shot. Might be one of the best taken by Armando Estrada, who has 2 goals on the season. Deflected out of play by the Maroons.
Throw-in for the Cats.
Just about the 25th minute played. Ramadani lifts one ahead. Headed out of the box by Dowling. A cut off by Maravilla. Segovia, why not? And it will be a goal kick.
Goal kick for the Maroons.
Well, our flag, as you can see on KFJB-TV, very still. Not much movement with the breeze. We've actually cooled down 2 degrees since kickoff, but I don't know if the players can quite feel the difference. Very hot out here tonight. Marvia, good slide tackle to win it back momentarily. Deflected to Landon Sullivan, and now take it away. Aaron Ordaz chips it ahead. Gomez will settle. Cleared by Dowling, right by our very own Keith Stewart, as you see down there. Nearly took one to the tripod.
Going in for the Cats, number 3, Aiden Bell, and number 11, Anakin Chavez Ordaz.
Aiden Bell has checked in, Angel Chavez as well. Damian Segovia will check off the pitch, as well as Armando Estrada, who's put in some good minutes. Throw in from the near side by Bell. A head put on it by Aaron Ordaz. Ramadani back to Mraz. Mendoza. Out to Chewy. He's kind of moved over into more of a left back role, as he often does. Good deflection by Aaron Ordaz to Andres Ordaz. He's already got 1 goal. Looks for 2, but sails it. Out for a goal kick.
Going in for the Maroons, number 23, Nick Bravo.
Nick Bravo will check in, a senior, and it looks like he's going to check back to the defensive line for Matt McCoy. Looks more like at center midfield. He will settle into that role. Well, since the break at about the 18-minute mark, Bobcats have turned up the pressure. They found a goal and have had more time with possession than in that first 18 minutes, mostly dominated by the Maroons. Raz settles it. Aaron Ordaz looking around. Good pass as he finds a little lane. Gomez to Ramadani. Can Mishek get to this one? No, deflected away. And Chavez can't keep it in the attacking area as he let it go out. And luckily it will catch a break for the Bobcats and a throw-in awarded for the red and blue. Ramadani with a good move, but loses it. Aaron Ordaz, nice job to deflect that one. Ramadani gives it back on a header. Now to Gomez, just out of his reach. Nearly a high flip there by Santi Ramirez. Dowling turns it over. Bobcats have it back. Deflected by the Maroons. Chavez takes it on a bounce and backside, just sending it a couple feet wide of the back post. And we remain 2-1. Bobcats trailing by 1 as we near the 30-minute mark in our first half. And our head referee stops play, and a throw-in awarded for the Bobcats. Maravilla gets it back and turned over. Bell. Good find to Ordaz on the wing. The pass just a little bit too soft, looking for Gomez. And a hard bump. And out it goes. Meza hit the turf. And one of the coaches on the staff will earn a yellow card for something that was said on the play. Well, that's a first of the season. Chavez cuts that pass off. Mendoza finds Aaron Ordaz. Gomez waiting on side, tries to slip one through to him. Oh, a great find to Mishek. Can he pound it in? Yes, he will! Goal! We're tied 2-2! Gavin Mishek. Did they call? No, they did not. All right. There was a look to the near side AR. I was worried that offside was going to be called, but no, the goal will stand 2-2. Bobcats, Mishek with a great celebration after finding the back of the net. And Gavin Mishek with his 11th goal of the year. 30th minute. The last 10 minutes have just been domination by the Bobcats after first 20 minutes of play. It was a scramble drill with Nunez back in goal, but things have settled in for the Bobcats. And 2-2. I would have liked to known what Scott Johannes said during that water break, because it has looked like a much more aggressive attacking style team that we've seen all season long. So Mishek with a goal in the 30th minute. Andres Ordaz with a goal in the 20th minute, both with over 10 goals this year, as Andres came in with 11th in goals in Class 4A, second in assist. And Andres Ordaz, as Jefferson Pierre has checked into the match on the edge of the 18. Good slip move. Sends it back over towards Mishek's way, but back behind him. They were trying to team up right there. Pass just off the mark. And Mishek, like I mentioned earlier, his 11th goal of the season. Almost one too many touches. Maybe about 3 too many touches, but in the end it did find the back of the net. Nearly a handball on Dowling, as Bell will send that out of play on the near side. Segovia is getting off the bench to check in on the throw-in.
Going in for the Cats, number 21, Damian Segovia. And number 21 for the Maroons, Colin McFerrin.
And checking out of the match, or excuse me, also checking into the match was Anthony Rodriguez. He is checked in. On the throw-in, Bobcats won it for a moment, but the Maroons at midfield take it back. Bell cuts it off. Rodriguez had it, trying to find Bell. Lifted out to the near side to Meza. And a Bobcat throw in as Ramadani will hand it off to Bell. Deflected. Bad spot. Mendoza hits the turf. Maravilla will go back to Send this one out to the far side to Chavez. Could not get there in time. Here's Dowling on the edge of the 18. Shut down. Maravilla plays it ahead. Slide tackle, one tap back by the Maroons. At the penalty arc, it's deflected. Bobcats trying to clear, cannot do so. Finally deflected. Bell's trying to get it out of there. Ramirez trying. Ramirez whiffs on it now, knocks it out of there, hits the face of a Maroon and set out. It's finally cleared. After all of that, boy, the Bobcat defensive line at times has been a little bit suspect in trying to clear it away. That's what's led to the early 2 goals in Mraz with a great tackle and clearance and a throw-in for the Maroons. But there's right there in the middle, Anthony Rodriguez. Couple opportunities. Oh, I believe he hit Ramadani. I thought that hit a Maroon. It was Ramadani who he hit in the face as he was trying to clear that one away. Friendly fire. Segovia puts a head on it. It goes to the middle of the box, and this one will be put way out of play. And a throw-in for the Maroons, but Mishek was able to push that one away. As Aaron Ordaz will check back into the match for the Bobcats, and he'll replace Rodriguez. And it was deflected, they say, off the Maroons, and a goal kick to come for Chris Nunez. Nunez out to Mendoza on the far side off the goal kick. Up to Ramadani. Finds Aaron Ordaz. Good pass to Mishek. Pierre is open on the near side. He's onside. Mishek will cross, looking for Pierre. Backside. Oh, it slips through the left foot and out to the near side for a Dowling throw-in. Wow, what a great find by Mishek, but Pierre was not able to put a good touch on it to settle it. But boy, that was a great counterattack for the Bobcats. Bell intercepts on the throw-in, but the Maroons win it back quickly. As Kotka will push it ahead. Mendoza will play that up to Ramadani. Back to Mendoza. As we have cleared 35 minutes of play in our first half. Thanks for joining us tonight on KFJB-TV. A foul will be called as a little bit of a push there on Colin McFerrin, the freshman, and a free kick to come for the Bobcats. Up to Bell. Pushes it to Pierre. A good touch there from him. Back to Bell. Bell has it deflected. Aaron Ordaz. Back to Mendoza. Chips it ahead. Mishek measuring it up. Ramirez on the wing. Fools Pierre. And finally deflected back to Mendoza. Up to Segovia. Little hole to play on. Out to Pierre. Pierre will lose possession. And Ramadani comes in at the end and back behind the play. They are going to award a free kick for the Maroons. Maroon fans not happy there wasn't a play on there as they had possession. And a misfire on the pass. Aaron Ordaz misfires up looking for Mishek. Aaron Ordaz, things are opening up a little bit more for the Bobcats here as Maravilla moves way ahead from his left back spot. Aaron Ordaz trying to look for Mishek. Back to Mendoza. Mraz back to Nunez. Nunez making it a little close for comfort right there. And a throw-in for the Bobcats as we have just over 2 minutes remaining. Pierre will check out and Gomez is back in, but Pierre with some good minutes right there. Nearly had a goal-scoring opportunity as off the bench is Ronaldo Ordaz, assistant coach, former Bobcat coach. Last time the Bobcats made it to state back in 2019. Trying to get back there. They're locked up at 2-2 as we count the minutes and down to the halftime. Ordaz brothers team up. Aaron Ordaz gets it back on the edge of the 18, looking for a crosser. He's going to send this one way too strong, as Aaron has really almost overpowered most of his shots here tonight, including that pass. He was looking for a crosser. And so just about 60 seconds to play. It'll be a goal kick. Aaron Ordaz pushing that one back into the attacking half. Off the foot of Maravilla for a quick throw-in for the Maroons. Cut off by Mendoza, and another throw-in here for the Maroons. They try to put a little bit of pressure on late before half. Mendoza deflects again, a throw-in for the Maroons. Throwing into the box. Ramadani pokes it out of there. Long shot taken well off the mark by McCoy. And that might be the end of the first half as Nunez will have a goal kick to come.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will do it for the first half. 2-2 is our halftime score. First 18 minutes, the Maroons dominated, but since that point, a turning point for the Bobcats as Ordaz and Mishek find the end of the back of the net, and we're tied at the break. It's our halftime coverage, all powered by Scouting America. We'll take a look at highlights as well as our Cat Connection. Mishek tying the game up at 2-2. We head to halftime on KFJB-TV.
Gear up for game day with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print. Spring and summer sports are here. We have you covered with apparel, awards, embroidery, with many options and ideas. Adlet Engraving and Screen Print, 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
At Marshalltown Community School District, students don't just prepare for the future, they shape it. Embrace the lead. From academic excellence to college and career readiness, our schools support every student's journey. With strong student support, a wide range of extracurricular opportunities, engaging fine arts programs, and hands-on learning experiences. There's something here for everyone. Marshalltown Community School District, where they embrace the lead to ensure success tomorrow.
Scooter's Coffee is going bananas, literally. Treat yourself to banana bread hot or iced lattes, creamy latte blenders, and fresh banana bread muffins. Need something refreshing? Sip a berry spritz soda, light, bubbly, and perfect any time of day. Craving cozy? Try salted caramel waffle lattes, hot or iced, or a smooth sea salt caramelicious as a latte, cold brew, or blender. And don't forget the French toasty sandwich, warm, sweet, and satisfying. Plus, Cinnalicious drinks are here for a limited time. Scooter's Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
Welcome into our halftime coverage on KFJB-TV, all powered by Scouting America. Brandon Lewis with you. Great to have you along tonight. Bobcats seeded a couple of early goals here tonight to the Dowling Catholic Maroons. 4th minute, Nathan Sullivan made it 1-0 in the fourth minute. As we take a look at the highlight here, as Nunez came out from goal, deflects underneath of his arm and finds the back of the net. The Bobcats tried to scramble and clear it away at the last second, not able to do so. Then in the 18th minute, Isaac Fuentes made it 2-0 for the Maroons. As he got the angle, Nunez got off of his angle, and he finds the backside post to make it 2-0. We hit our water break due to the heat here tonight, and at that point, the game really flipped the script as the Bobcats in the final 22 minutes of our first half. Andres Ordaz found one in the 20th minute going far side as he got one past the keeper in Hettinger and made it 2-1. 10 minutes later, Gavin Mishek would find his 11th goal of the season. A beautiful play as he just stuck with it, nearly had it taken away by Dowling, but was able to get it past the keeper in Hettinger and made it 2-2 as we head to halftime. Coming up, it is our Cat Connection, all presented by State Farm, Tyler Prashong Agency in Marshalltown, mtownproud.com. You're locked into halftime coverage from Maroons Stadium, all powered by Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council, here on KFJB-TV.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom, and she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
When you're craving something quick, tasty, and satisfying, think your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. From hot made-to-order favorites like burgers, chicken strips, and fries to the Dairy Queen classics you love, blizzards, cones, sundaes, and shakes. Be sure to check out the monthly featured treats and limited-time favorites, always giving you something new to try. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a sweet treat, just because. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens has you covered. 2 convenient locations, South Center Street and North 3rd Avenue in Marshalltown, where happy tastes good every day.
The Cat Connection, powered by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
It is our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Prashong, State Farm, mtownproud.com. Here with Angel Gomez, number 19 for the Marshalltown Bobcats against Des Moines East. We had coverage of that game. You scored a couple of goals early on in that one. I want to hear about the celebration. I heard were you trying to listen for the haters, or what was the celebration?
When I scored that, I went to the corner, and obviously when I went to the corner, I heard these fans screaming at me, cussing at me. So, it just made me want to celebrate, I couldn't really hear them because I scored again after.
Yeah. How fun is it to score not only a goal but on the road like that in a pivotal match for you guys?
Felt good,
Yeah. Of course, there's been 4 guys who've scored 10 or more goals on this team this year. You've got the Ordaz brothers, Gavin Mishek as well. When you look at this team as far as a scoring threat, what do you think kind of makes you guys so good at being able to find one in the back of the net?
It's multiple of us, not just 1 or 2 or 3. There's 5 of us, that could put it in the back of the net,
Yeah. Where do you think your game has improved most from last year and your sophomore year?
I feel like our attacking, most of our attackings have more 10 or more goals, or even our midfield. 2 midfielders have more than 10.
Yeah. With soccer, sometimes they go in spurts as far as goals go. I know the season started a little slow for you, but it really picked up at the back end. What kind of leads to that kind of turnaround as far as being able to find those lanes and being able to attack out there on the wing where you've shown your speed can be a real threat to the other team?
I feel like we connected better during the season, so I feel like they know I'm going to sprint, I'll make a run through any space, so they can shoot me the ball and I could just use that speed.
Yeah. What's the mindset of the team as you guys head into postseason play?
Just dominate.
Of course, you taking on Dowling in the first round. If you win, you play on Friday night. What has kind of led to this team being so successful this year? Has it kind of been a collective approach? I know we talked about the attack. It just seems like night in and night out, it might be, the defense that steps up or the attack. What's kind of led to that?
I feel like the defense, I feel like they improved, from the start, winning the 50-50s, getting all that.
Well, hey, best of luck rest of your junior season. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, that is Angel Gomez with our Cat Connection. All brought to you by Tyler Prashong, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
From the 2018 tornado to the 2020 derecho, Marshalltown has faced adversity, but our community has become stronger and M-Town proud. At Tyler Prashong State Farm Agency in Marshalltown, we have options for home, auto, life, and business. Our goal is to give you choices that impact in a positive way. As we have found out firsthand, life is never predictable, but you should always be prepared. Head to mtownproud.com to see how we can best fit your needs. We'd love to talk to you about what makes you M-Town proud.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to Dowling High School. Brandon Lewis with you alongside our producer, Zach Tomish. Camera crew here tonight, Todd Steinkamp and our very own Keith Stewart. Down on the pitch, 2-2 at halftime. Bobcats with goals in the 20th and 30th minute. Andres Ordaz and Gavin Mishek. But again, Mishek his 11th goal of the year. Andres Ordaz with his 14th goal of the year. Bobcats have scored 65 goals now on the season. That was the one that tied us up at 2-2 with Gavin Mishek with a great celebration to follow. Dowling will begin the second half with the kickoff. And we are underway. So the ball booted out for a Bobcat throw-in. Mendoza over to Ramadani. Aaron Ordaz kind of got hung up. Able to lift it to Segovia. Now lifts it over to Maravilla near side. Off the side of his right foot. Gives it to Estrada on the edge of the 18. Can he get across or off? He will, but nobody's home. Good play by Mendoza to intercept that attack. And Sullivan got hung up there with Aaron Ordaz, able to work around it. Now McCoy pushing it ahead. And back to Nunez, it will go in goal. One of his more easy challenges here tonight to pick one up coming out from net. He'll feed it out to Aaron Ordaz. Ramadani at that right back spot to begin the second half. Mraz trying to look to Maravilla, ends up giving it to Mendoza. Mendoza now able to work it to Maravilla. And deflected off Dowling. So a Bobcat throw-in. Andres Ordaz trying to work a pass towards Estrada, but Didn't quite hit it right. Now midfield, Bobcats deflect one away. Easy one for Mendoza. Up to Andres Ordaz. Deflected. Keeps with it. Chips it up to Gavin Mishek at the penalty arcs. Trying to measure it up, get an angle, but it is cleared away in the end by the Maroons. Up to Gomez. Fakes like he's going to leave it behind for Gomez. Now gives it to Gomez. Gomez using his speed. Gets to the top. Takes a bender. What a shot! Backside it goes in! Angel Gomez! Number 12 this season! And the Bobcats take their first lead of the match, 3-2. What a comeback here tonight for the Bobcats. 3 minutes into the second half. And the Bobcats with their first lead. Gomez with an absolute gem of a shot. Here's a look at it again on our Tyler Prashong State Farm replay. Boom, back of the net as it deflects off the backside bar. Dowling sending that one back. Nunez just going to pick it up and boot it back into the attacking half. Fake like he was going to throw it out, maybe trying for a little play to get something to slip through for Gomez on that far side. Now to Mishek. He's got Maravilla on the near side attacking. Sends it back to Mendoza. Now back to Maravilla. Tries to lift it to Estrada. Ramadani takes over. Here Ordaz back to Maravilla. Now to Ramadani. And Ramadani has it taken away. A defensive line putting the pressure on. Raz came way up. He'll retreat now as Dowling will play it to the back line and now push it towards midfield, out to the near side to Morris. Anderson trying to slip through a pass, take it away. Andres Ordaz got it back to Maravilla, who gets it to Aaron Ordaz. Now to Estrada. And a boot ahead. Misplayed by Andres Ordaz. Mishek's going to give it a run. But Hedinger, he able to easily pick that one up. To McCoy in the middle. Bell deflects it. Raz comes away with it. Lifts it ahead to Angel Gomez. Dowling will clear it away. Nathan Sullivan did not want any piece of getting in the mix with Angel Gomez, so the Bobcats in the attacking third will have a throw-in. Again, the winner of this match tonight will take on Roosevelt coming up Friday. Mishek, off the crossbar of the football post. Just too high. He went top shelf. He could have got it past the keeper and Hedinger, but just too strong and got underneath of that shot, and a goal kick to come for the freshman keeper and Hedinger. Andres Ordaz able to get ahead on that. Estrada. And Maravilla pushed off the ball there. A late challenge by Luca Anderson and a Bobcat throw-in awarded. Into Aaron Ordaz. And his third touch just kind of stepped on the ball a little bit. Back to midfield for the Bobcats. Bell finds Ramadani. Aaron Ordaz now. He'll take that long shot. Sends in a squibber, and it's off to the right. And will remain 3-2 Bobcats. As we have played over 45 minutes. If you're just joining us, Andres Ordaz scored in the 20th. Gavin Mishek in the 30th. Angel Gomez in the 43rd minute. That's after 2 goals to begin the game for the Maroons. Gomez forces a turnover, feeds to Andres Ordaz, tries to chip it ahead, but just a little bit of an awkward-looking pass off the left foot. Mendoza can't clear it away. Maravilla marking on the near side on Anderson on the edge of the 18, sends in a crosser backside, too strong. Dowling will keep it in the attacking half momentarily, but misplayed, and it will be a throw-in for the Bobcats.
Throw-in for the Cats.
Bell finds Andres Ordaz. Too strong on the touch.
Throw-in for the Maroons.
Appreciate the live chat here tonight. We've got a few Let's Go Cats as far as that, and then also our very own David Braga, one of our producers here on the KFJB-TV team, saying what to the Gavin Mishek goal. Bell trying to find Estrada, too strong on the pass. Good closeout by Aaron Ordaz. Gomez surveying ahead. Will come near side to Maravilla. Passes off the mark, deflected to Ramadani. Mendoza, a little bit of pressure. He'll turn around and pass it to Moraz. Mishek waiting on side, deflects it, shot taken, what a shot, but way too strong, but Gomez powering up from 20 yards out from goal, sends that off the right upright of the football crossbar. And our on-site producer is not focusing on his job. He just said in the live chat, Gomez is faster than my car. What is that, an Impala? Yeah, Chevy Impala. It gets you where you need to go, like to the station so you can come help produce, right? There you go. Ramadani at midfield. Bouncing around, feeling some pressure, feeds it out to Maravilla. We'll get a scoreboard update coming up in just a little bit. Oh, this one slips through. Aaron Ordaz! Oh, what a goal! 4-2 Bobcats! And they are locked in now. Aaron Ordaz adds to his season total 16 goals. What a shot. We have seen some of the best goals of the year here tonight as far as just placement. It's been a superb goal all season long from goals as this team, over 65 goals on the year. They have just known how to challenge. And here tonight, they get a big ovation from their Bobcat faithful who has traveled on the road. And the Johannes boys are hyped as well in our live chats. And we are as well. Cats looking to punch their ticket to the final and have a rematch against Roosevelt on Friday night, a team they lost to earlier this year 2-0. Where they had a few chances, but Roosevelt was just able to win that match 2-0. And Bobcats would like to have a revenge game coming up on Friday night. 4-2 our current count. Bobcats trying to clear this out of the end, and Aaron Ordaz will. There you go again. What a shot. Aaron Ordaz in his senior season on our Tyler Pashonk State Farm replay. He has been a goal scorer, playing varsity minutes since his freshman season. Free kick awarded for the Bobcats. Mendoza will take it. And Aaron Ordaz, who just put one in the 50th minute, he will check out. Armando Estrada is back into the match. We've got another 8 minutes till we hit our water break. Number 2 of the night here in the second half. Ramadani deflects it. Up to Estrada. He'll stay on the ball. Gets it to Maravilla. Gets it back from Andres Ordaz. Oh, he's got Estrada. Estrada on the edge. And Dowling will clear it out to the near side for a Bobcat throw-in.
Throw-in for the Cats.
Aiden Bell will take the throw-in. Work it into the box to Andres Ordaz, cleared away by Dowling. We have not seen a corner here tonight so far. Quick throw-in and kicked out again by Dowling. We'll do it all over again. Third time's a charm. Segovia goes up high for the header. And this time Dowling will work it up to midfield. It will be another throw-in for the Bobcats.
Another throw-in for the Bobcats.
In the middle third, it'll be Chris Mendoza, the senior, to take it. Ramadani losing that one. Mraz on the spot. Back to Segovia. And Ramadani's pass back to Segovia off the mark. And Ramadani will push this one out on the near side for a Maroon throw-in. Mendoza intercepting it. Sends it right out of play. Got to give it up to all the ball boys and girls here tonight. Doing a great job making sure that play continues quickly. And the Bobcats have a great crew that helps out with some of the younger players. Raz deflects it. It goes back to Bell, who sends it back to Nunez, who will kick it back towards midfield. And Dowling will deflect that one out on the far side touchline as Bell will move up to throw this one in. Raz comes to the near side to Maravilla. Tries to find Estrada. And Estrada will run over Brian Morris. And a foul called and a free kick to come for the Maroons. We are nearing 55 minutes played tonight. Landon Sullivan will take the free kick for the Maroons. Bobcats still getting lined up defensively. They'll send Estrada back to help. Ball into the top of the box. Bell can't quite clear it. Mraz will in the end. And it slips through. Gomez almost able to get there, but not able. Now the Maroons misplay one out on the far side for a throw-in. Mraz up to Segovia. Bell. It's a chip shot over to Andres Ordaz. And a free kick in a favorable position for the Maroons. As James Nebro, the freshman, being held up just a little bit right there. Might have been a leg extended by the Bobcats as well as Andres Ordaz in the area. And so, big spot for Landon Sullivan. The sophomore will take this free kick 27 yards out from goal. Nunez finding a window back there in goal. Sent in. Nunez covers it up cleanly. Well, he's fifth in saves in Class 4A this year as he's played 1,219 minutes in goal, 23 goals allowed, 121 saves, 84% save percentage, way up from his junior campaign. Has played himself into a position where getting some looks at the collegiate level. A little bit of a rough start for him tonight as far as angles and a few deflections, but he's really settled in back in net for the Bobcats. Landon Sullivan again will line up for the free kick this time. Bobcats, I believe that was Bell, got a head on it. And they'll chip this one back towards net. And off the mark for the Maroons. As Aaron Ordaz will be summoned onto the pitch by our head referee as he'll replace Damian Segovia. Jefferson Pierre is getting ready to check back into the match. We saw a few good minutes from him in that first half of action as he was able to spell Angel Gomez. Maravilla with a good find to Aaron Ordaz, who has a goal in the second half. Good crossing pass to Mishek, but just a touch out of his reach. Mendoza is there. Nunez will pick it up as Mendoza doing a great job just to shield off a couple of Maroons. Aaron Ordaz pops one up. Mishek with a header, trying to play it ahead. He'll challenge Nathan Sullivan. Sullivan coming to the near side. He'll push it back up towards midfield. Aaron Ordaz will put it off the side of the foot for a throw-in for the Maroons. Mraz cuts it off. So good at his center back spot. And Angel Gomez trying to have a speed play to work it past the defender, but just a missed touch. And Bell takes a hard one on the far side. Bobcats win back possession. Here's Gomez flashing that speed. Here he goes. Oh, he is blowing past nearly Nathan Sullivan, but Sullivan did a great job to just find the ball, and the Maroons come up with it in the end as Gomez just couldn't get a good touch on it. Mraz will clear it to the near side, and we might hit our water break. We do have a throw-in for the Maroons. As we are nearing the halfway point of our second half, nearing the 60th minute. That one will be cleared away momentarily. Ramadani tries again. Nunez on a hop will make the save. Oh, that is going to probably be a red card. It may be a yellow card for sure, but we'll see what the official, as Nunez hit the turf, not happy about it. That was some late contact there. Nunez not happy about the collision in the box, but a yellow card will be issued on James Nebrew, the freshman, as we take a look at the replay. Actually, it was on Brian Morris, the junior. Our head referee explaining James Nebrew was the one who picked it up in the end, but the initial contact came from Brian Morris. So our second card of the game, one was issued on one of the assistant coaches for the Maroons earlier tonight.
We'll take a water break right
And we have hit nearly the 60th minute, just a few seconds away from that, and we will have our second water break of the night. 4-2, the Bobcats, with 2 goals in the second half, extend their lead against the Maroons. We'll take a look at a scoreboard update and highlights of our match as we are locked in the Class 4A Substate 7 semifinal game. The winner will take on the Roosevelt Rough Riders coming up on Friday night. This is Match Day. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Welcome back to Dowling Catholic High School. Brandon Lewis with you tonight. Our on-site producer, Zach Tomish, Keith Stewart, as well as Todd Steinkamp on our camera crew here tonight. In the second half, Angel Gomez, 3 minutes into the second half, bends one past the keeper and makes it 3-2 in the 43rd minute. Angel Gomez on the season now with 12 goals. And then it was Aaron Ordaz with a beautiful laser to the back of the net. And he celebrates with his 16th goal and celebrates with the whole team, including what we got on our live chat, Ronaldo Ordaz, a heck of a coach and a great human being as well, former Bobcat. He was running down there on the celebration near the end of that Aaron Ordaz goal. And it is 4-2 as we hit our water break. About ready to resume play in our final 20 minutes. Let's get a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what they can do for you. We know that Roosevelt won earlier tonight against Waukee, 3-0. The final from that one. The winner of this game will take on Roosevelt at Roosevelt. Most likely Mediacom Stadium coming up on Friday night at 7 o'clock. We'll keep an eye on that. If Northwood win tonight, could be interesting. They could play at 5 and 7 o'clock again like they are tonight because Ames and Des Moines North are currently playing. The only other final we have right now, Johnston took down Ottumwa earlier tonight. 10-0 was the final in that one. Dubuque Senior is leading Linn-Mar 1-0. Those are the other current scores that we do have. Scoreboard update, again, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Back underway with play as we are nearing the 60th minute played. Our Estrada finds Andres Ordaz, who finds Gavin Mishek on the edge of the 18. Takes a shot. What a shot towards the bar as Hettinger got a hand on that late. And actually, he did not. They say that one just sailed wide. It looked like Hettinger almost got a hand on that one, but did hit the bar. And it will be just a goal kick to come. But a great shot taken by Gavin Mishek. Let's get a look at it again. As, yes, just off the top of the bar, Hettinger did not get a hand on that one. What a shot by Gavin Mishek, looking for his second goal of the night. Just nearly finding it in the top shelf. Hettinger out from goal as the Bobcats were looking for Anthony Rodriguez, who was challenging on the far side wing. Andres Ordaz tries to slip through a pass to Rodriguez. It's cut off. And a good cutoff by Mendoza, but Dowling will stick with it in the attacking third. They'll overrun the ball, have to come back for it. Set it out to the near side wing to Anderson. Anderson with a crosser, cut off by Maravilla, and it will be a throw-in for the Maroons. Maravilla gets ahead on it initially, backside. It looked like Fuentes also got a piece of it, but it is deflected out for a goal kick for the Bobcats. As we take a look at that crosser that Maravilla did a great job to cut off and send it out for a throw-in. Ramadani, a little bit of a high foot there as he went for the challenge. And a free kick to come for the near side. It'll be 24 yards out from goal for Landon Sullivan. Bobcats will build a wall with Bell, Mishek, Aaron Ordaz. Bending the header, could not find it. And out to Andres Ordaz. And deflected off of Dowling, and so it'll be a Bobcat throw-in. Maravilla up to Pierre. Has it taken away. And the Maroons right at midfield will lose it. Luke Anderson had a foot on it. Thrown to Ramadani and misplayed by Andres Ordaz. Back to Anderson. Anderson has the possession taken away. Lifted ahead by Andres Ordaz. Mishek trying to run it down on the edge of the 18, but the keeper is out. And Hettinger, as he slides down to make the stop.
Pass it, come on.
This ball sent back. Pierre will challenge. And up to the near side. Back up to Anderson. Ramadani cuts it off. And Ramadani with a strong touch. It will be a Maroon throw-in as James Nebrew, who just picked up a yellow card a moment ago, he will check back into our match. Throw-in deflected out by Maravilla. Maroons will do it again. Ryan Morris will throw it in. Deflected to Sullivan and now cleared away. Andres Ordaz sends it down to the other end as Anthony Rodriguez almost gets in the way of that kick by the keeper. McCoy lifts this one ahead, takes a favorable bounce for Meza. Meza challenging, deflected off the side of the bar. Nunez was down on a knee, and that is a lucky break for the Bobcats. And it will be our first corner kick of the night for the Dowling Maroons. Here's a look at it again. Yeah, just deflected off the Bobcat leg right there. I believe that was Morass. Here's the corner from Sullivan in the middle of the box, bouncing around. Bobcats trying to clear, cannot do so. And out it will go, and they will award another corner kick to the Maroons. And Sullivan will do it all over again. That one just bouncing around in the middle of the box, and the Bobcats not able to clear it away. Sullivan, a little low line drive and a header back of the net. And in our 65th minutes, Dowling will make it interesting. 4-3. And Isaac Fuentes will be counted for the goal. Might have been deflected in there, as they said, Estrada as well. Take another look at it, and yeah, just Fuentes right in the middle, able to get it in there. I did not see it really deflect off of a Bobcat. And now a foul will be called and a free kick for the Bobcats as we have 14 minutes remaining as we played 65. Here's a look at it again. There's Fuentes. Oh, it did. It went off of Pierre's head. That's what happened. Jefferson Pierre, it was deflected off of Fuentes, and it went right towards the head of Jefferson Pierre and went into the back of the net. So that's where the deflection happened for that own goal. Free kick awarded here for the Maroons. Mendoza will just try to clear this one away. And now a goal kick awarded as the Maroons got involved late. It looked like it was going to be a throw-in, but Mendoza kept it in play. And in the end, a goal kick for Nunez. This played by Bell, a throw-in. Estrada. This played at Dowling. Luca Anderson sticking with it. Ramadani finally coming away with it. And his pass off the mark to Aaron Ordaz. McCoy will find Anderson on the edge of the 18. Crosser cleared away by Andres Ordaz for the third corner kick of the night. So we have just over 10 minutes to play in the Class 4A Substate 7 semifinal with the right to take on the Roosevelt Rough Riders Friday night. Damian Segovia getting off the bench, ready to check in as Deraiki Ramadani looks to be hobbling a little bit off of that contact that he was facing there with a couple of opportunities, winning it back. Looks to be all right, but nevertheless, a substitution as Segovia will come in. Corner kick taken. And a header. Way on the outside. Not able to get anything on it as Kotka, the sophomore striker, put the header after that corner kick as Dowling has turned up the pressure in the past couple of minutes. Bell cuts off a pass. Deflected to Kotka. And now Aaron Ordaz will just send this one towards the Bobcat bench for a Maroon throw-in. 11 minutes to go. Aaron Ordaz. Got it back towards Gomez. And now free kick in the end awarded is Sullivan. As I believe Aaron Ordaz with the leg out. Ball into the box. Bell will lift this one ahead. And out to the near side, it will be a Maroon throw-in again. Mendoza fouled it, but I believe that deflected off Anderson in the end is what the near side AR says. And so we have played 70. Final 10 minutes of our match. Bobcats leading it 4-3. Dowling just scored in the 65th minute. Isaac Fuentes had a header deflect off of Gibberson Pierre on the Bobcats, as Maravilla and Bell have checked out of the match. Duraiki Ramadani is back in. Looks to be okay. And Gavin Mishek gets involved with Nathan Sullivan, and a yellow card for Gavin Mishek. Take a look at the replay. Mishek just kind of measuring it up. It was Sullivan who had to go off of his head. Both players acknowledging the play. Sullivan will be the man to take the free kick. Raz missed on the header. Duraiki Ramadani will clear it. The Maroons will have a throw-in.
Throw-in for the Maroons.
Ramadani gets mixed up in a free kick. We'll stop the clock with 9 minutes to go. And a free kick to come. Sullivan will be the man to line up. Pressure heating up on the Bobcats defense here to come up with some plays late as Dowling sends one in. Ordaz, that one hit off the field goal post and deflected out. And that will be a goal kick to come for the Bobcats. And the near side AR gets with the head referee, and they're going to actually say it went off the white bar, and it will be the fourth corner kick of the night for the Dowling Maroons with 8.5 minutes to go. Sullivan sends it in. Second header. We had a Maroon go down to the box, deflected, and this one will end up in a goal kick. And I believe they're saying that on that kick in the end, it was deflected by the Bobcats for a corner kick. As here we look at it, Sullivan, yes, it did go off of Aaron Ordaz. So that's why there's the fifth corner kick. Sullivan takes it. And I believe this is nearly an own goal again. And we're tied at 4. No, I believe offside is called. Near side. Offside called. And the goal will not stand. Wow. A close call again for the Bobcats as we take a look at the Tyler Prashong State Farm replay. And I believe that was off of Chavez in the end for the Bobcats, is why it went in the back of the goal. Nunez getting up out of goal right there. Boy, the defense tonight has really been suspect at a few points to allow the Maroons on a few of their goals here tonight. So the Bobcats, final just under 8 minutes to play, feeling the pressure with just a 1-goal lead. Helped out by that offside a moment ago, or we would be locked up at 4. Armando Estrada with a mistouch on the far side. Things have just been a little bit sloppy since our second water break of the night. The middle 40 minutes of our match just dominated by the Bobcats, but the first 20 and the last 20, Maroons have had their fair share. Mike Gaston has also checked in for the Bobcats at midfield. Chavez with a header. Actually, that was Andres Ordaz, excuse me. Now played ahead by Ramirez. He'll send it ahead. And it's going to be contact on the pass ahead, and it will be Bobcats throw-in the attacking third. Here's another look at that play that was called offside on the Maroons. And Brian Morris looks like he was the man that was offside. The Bobcats had a pass deflected. That's why they ended up with the throw-in. It's going to be Gavin Mishek to throw in. Dennis Gaston will check in. Angel Chavez, Armando Estrada are out. It's been a very hot night. I'm sure some of the players definitely feeling a little bit of fatigue here. Ramirez, who started the night, he's back in at left back. Dowling will boot it ahead. Ramadani cuts it off. Back to Mraz. Mraz back to Nunez. Out to Mendoza. Mendoza pushes it ahead. It's deflected to Andres Ordaz. And he'll keep it in on the near side. And they are waving the flag from the near side AR that it was out of play. Dowling will have it on a counterattack, and they settle it down. And the Maroons not happy that there was a play on, but in the end it was the right call as Andres Ordaz just lost it on the near side. Deflected by the Bobcats. It'll be a Maroon throw-in. Anderson, near side. Ramirez marking on him. Slips through a pass. Bobcats win the turnover. Mike Gaston with the counterattack. Up to Mishek, charging ahead. He'll get a foot on it, crosses it. Gaston, can he get there? No, he will not. Picked up by Hettinger. So Dennis Gaston with a good charge ahead as Gavin Mishek tried to cross it to him. Counterattack here. Ramadani couldn't shut it down. Aaron Ordaz trying to shut down the attack. Nunez is out from goal with the save as James Nebrew put it towards the net, and we have Aaron Ordaz down on the pitch, cramping up. 4.5 minutes remaining in our match. 4-3 Bobcats. Let's take a look at that last play by the Maroons as they sent one in. I thought it did go in the net, but it did just go outside the net. So here's another look at it again. And the way it moved the net, it did make it look like it was inside, but it was off the mark outside. So 4.5 minutes to go. As Aaron Ordaz stretched out there, cramping up on a very warm night. Good touch by Mike Gaston, and then an unfavorable touch as he was trying to look back for Aaron Ordaz. Here's Anderson. Mraz marking on him. Mraz shuts down the attack. It'll be the 6th quarter of the night for the Maroons. But Mraz with a great defensive play, and he is down on the turf. Not sure if he is also cramping. Kind of took an awkward step as he cut off that challenge. Here's another look at it again. Oh, I think there at the end, just a little tweak of the left ankle for the center back and junior and Edgar Mraz. He looks to be all right, though. So the Bobcats have not had a corner tonight. Meanwhile, for the Maroons, their 6th corner of the night. Way out front, headed and right on a bounce to Nunez as he makes the save. Bobcats 3.5 minutes remaining. I'm sure they would love to get a late goal here to put this one away. Aaron Ordaz with a missed touch. Wins it back, though, as he hustles back for it. Chips it ahead. Mishek. Long run for him. Mishek chips it ahead. Will it find? No, it will not. It'll be off to the near side. And Gavin Mishek with a great play ahead. As he really made something out of nothing right there. Here's another look at it. Just couldn't quite get the angle because Hettinger was coming way out from goal. But a heads-up play for Gavin Mishek, challenging the Maroons. McCoy with a header. Mishek off of his right foot. Now chipped ahead, Aiden Bell. Trying to get ahead on it. Nunez moving to the near side. A slip and a fall in the box. A turnaround by Anderson is deflected out towards midfield. Good step up by the defense. Gaston challenging. Some contacts and a late whistle. And it will be a foul on Gaston and a free kick and a quick one taken by Nathan Sullivan. Bell trying to challenge. They'll get past with Nebrew. And on the end line, it will go out for a goal kick. And Mraz will hobble his way back onto the pitch, dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury.
Going in for the Bobcats, number 4, Erica Miraz.
Chris Mendoza will check out of the match as Edgar Mraz back in. 2:17 to go. And the winner will take on Roosevelt coming up on Friday night. A team the Bobcats lost to earlier this season, 2-0. Aaron Ordaz. Good move ahead as he gets past the Maroons. Can he put this one away? Nathan Sullivan shut down the attack and a free kick awarded as little handsy by Aaron Ordaz. .90 seconds remain. Dowling has put quite a bit of pressure on the Bobcats in the final 20 minutes of this match. They found a goal in the 65th minute. Nearly tied it up with about 10 minutes to go. But the shot was just outside the nets. And Mraz will push this one out on the near side. Anderson will line up to take the throw-in for the Maroons. He'll throw it into the box, and Maravilla is there. Oh, that's going to be a high leg on Dennis Gaston, just trying to clear it away, and Gaston will most likely, in the end, yes, he will pick up a yellow card. Oh, boy, it's not over until the clock has hit 0. Here's a look at Gaston. Way too high, almost caught the head of Santi Ramirez. Dangerous play right there. Landon Sullivan, the sophomore, will line up 25 yards out from goal. A low line drive, and it finds the back of the net. We're tied in the 79th minute. Take a look at the Tyler Pashong State Farm replay as the Maroon fans love a look at that. And it will slip through for Landon Sullivan. That'll be his 3rd goal of the season. Well, the Bobcats just the pressure mounting throughout the night. And they have felt that pressure, and now a tied match, 4-4. Aaron Ordaz tries to send a pass ahead, and that's a handball on Sullivan. 30 seconds to go in regulation. Aaron Ordaz will send everyone ahead. This might be it on an opportunity to win it in regulation for the Bobcats. As they'll stop the clock momentarily. Aaron Ordaz. Hettinger will make the save and sends it back out towards midfield. A late charge for the Dowling Maroons. And that will end regulation. And I believe the flag was raised for offside on the Maroons, so we'll see if there's any time added here, as 1 or 2 seconds might be left in regulation. And there's the flag, as you can see, raised for offside on the Maroons. 4 seconds will be put back on the clock. Well, that is an oddity. Offside was called. Free kick is awarded. So I'm not sure where that happened. We saw the flag was raised and a free kick was awarded. I'm not sure if there was a penalty that was, or a foul that was committed earlier. Header backside goes over the top bar, and that will end regulation. Boy, the Bobcats crumbling with some pressure here in the second half. Seed goals in the 65th and 79th minute as they had a 4-2 lead with 60 minutes to go. But we will play in overtime. And we will head to a timeout as the Bobcats and the Maroons and regulation tied 4-4 here on KFJB-TV.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Welcome back to Dowling Catholic High School as we are going to head into overtime tonight, tied 4-4 after regulation, as the Bobcats took a 4-2 lead with 60 minutes to go in our match, but Isaac Fuentes and Landon Sullivan are able to pound in a couple of goals late in the 65th, and with 40 seconds to go in the 79th minute, Landon Sullivan on a free kick was able to score. As the Maroons just continue to put pressure here tonight. That was the one in the 65th minute, as it did hit off of Jibberson Pierre. And then Landon Sullivan later in the 79th minute. Great shot of the moon, and that's Moonshot Keith. That's what we always say about him. Let's get a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank, with locations in Ames State Center and in West Des Moines. Final tonight earlier, Roosevelt Downs Waukee 3-0. The winner of this match tonight will take on Roosevelt on Friday night. Johnston topped Ottumwa earlier tonight, 10-0. Dubuque Senior, 1-0 win over Linn-Mar. And as of now, that is the only other finals we have right now. Iowa Lions Conference, Mason City ends their season. They lost to DCG 7-1 earlier tonight. And that is it as far as other soccer matches completed around the state of Iowa tonight in 4A as well as in 3A. Now the Bobcats with 2.5 minutes until overtime will start. We'll step aside again as we will continue with play when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Welcome back to Dowling Catholic High School. Brandon Lewis, along with our KFJB-TV crew. Zach Tomish, Todd Steinkamp, Keith Stewart on our camera crew. Be sure to hit the like button. We appreciate your support of Bobcat Athletics. And also subscribe to KFJB-TV. It is all free. We appreciate your support of Bobcat Athletics in postseason play in Class 4A Substate 7 as we will head into 10 minutes of overtime sudden death. Both teams have had their runs here tonight. It'll be key to see who starts off overtime with a fast pace. Both teams with a little bit of a much-needed break there as well. The Bobcats were subbing in quite a few players off the bench. It was a very warm night. We've had a couple of water breaks as well built into our night at the halfway point of both halves. And, of course, 40 seconds to go. That is when the Maroons were able to tie this one up off the foot of Landon Sullivan off a free kick.
This will be a 10-minute overtime sudden death.
Bobcats will have kickoff at midfield. First to score will advance out of the semifinal into the state qualifying game against the Roosevelt Rough Riders. 10 minutes on the clock. Gavin Mishek inside the midfield circle, and we are good to go. Ball chipped ahead. Back to the keeper. It will bounce on one hop to Hettinger. Off the foot of Andres Ordaz. Cut off by Segovia. Angel Gomez has been off the pitch for a little while as it has been warm. Onside, Anderson on the edge of the 18, trying to find the angle back towards middle. Nunez slid down. It goes out to Mendoza. He tried to deflect it away, could not do so. Oh, boy. Segovia will commit a penalty in the box, and a penalty kick will be awarded to the Maroons. It's 44 seconds into overtime. And it will be Landon Sullivan with the penalty kick. So Segovia committing the foul in the box. And a one-on-one, Sullivan against Chris Nunez, who's been so good this year. Can he rise to the occasion? Sullivan putting all the pressure on the Bobcat keeper. And it's blocked by Nunez. He comes up with a huge steal, cleared away by Moravia, and the Bobcats with a huge play from their keeper in Nunez. We just mentioned how special he has been this season, and he comes up with the biggest stop of the year. Take a look at it again. Sullivan went to the near side post, and with a right hand, Nunez keeps the season alive for the Bobcats. Header over the bar and off to the near side. And Nunez down to the turf. Not sure when he landed if something happened there. He looks to have an upset stomach. That is, the look is, I'm not sure if he took some contact below, but Chris Nunez going to come off the pitch after making a huge save. And it will be Josue Ramos. Chris Nunez fired up coming to the near side after making that stop. Not sure exactly what happened, but looks to be feeling much better. Ramos will send it ahead to midfield. Back to Ramadani as we play in sudden death overtime. Angel Gomez lifts it ahead, but it's out on the touchline and a throw-in for the Maroons. Armando Estrada challenging as it's sent back towards midfield by Hettinger. And a Bobcat throw-in awarded. Segovia. Back to Mraz. Mraz chips it up. Deflected away by Dowling. Finds Aaron Ordaz over to Andres Ordaz. Now to Gomez on the wing. Tries to flip it up to Andres Ordaz. It's pushed out by Dowling for a Bobcat throw-in. Ball into the box, headed out by Dowling. Andres Ordaz comes up with it. Lifted as the Bobcats will reverse it to the near side to Maravilla. Now to Estrada. Estrada takes a shot, and it's deflected out of the box. Maravilla settles it for a moment. Dowling will have it. Chips it ahead. Mraz will mark. And both players overplay the ball. And Mraz ends up flipping over in a corner awarded for the Maroons. They've been pretty good on their corners tonight. They have put in some challenging balls. And this will be their 7th corner of the night. And it will be Landon Sullivan who will line up for the corner kick. Chipped in, header, and that will do it. 5-4 will be the final score as the Dowling Catholic Maroons end the season for the Bobcats. In overtime. In our 83rd minute. And deflected, I believe. It looked like backside. Mraz. So we play extras tonight, and in the 83rd minute, the Maroons take this one as we get another look on Sullivan on the crosser. And it looked like Mraz was just trying to clear that one away, and it went in the backside of the net for an own goal. A superb season for the Bobcats, but a disappointing end as they'll drop to 11-6-1 and end the season as the Maroons win it 5-4, and will take on Roosevelt coming up Friday night. Transportation for today's game on KFJB-TV, all provided by Carl Auto Group of Marshalltown. Carl is your dealer for life. Bobcats with goals tonight from Andres Ordaz, Gavin Mishak, Angel Gomez, Aaron Ordaz, but not enough in the end. As the Maroons in the second half scored 3 goals. Landon Sullivan with one. A huge save in overtime on a penalty kick for the Maroons was saved by Nunez. But in the 83rd minute, Dowling puts it away to win it 5-4 as both teams meet at midfield here tonight. Great job by Scott Johannes and the crew all season long for the Bobcats. As the Maroons will get a big cheer as they'll take on Roosevelt coming up Friday nights. It's great to cover the boys all season long. It was truly a sensational year as they added up, scoring 67 goals this year. Top 2 in Class 4A. But the season will come to an end, and a disappointing one at that for the seniors. Huge senior year for Jesus Maravilla, as well as Armando Estrada, who ends the season with 2 goals. Aaron Ordaz, a true pleasure to watch him through his 4 years at the varsity level. Ends up with 16 goals on the year. Angel Chavez with a great year as well. He scored 2 goals this year. Angel Ramirez got the start tonight. He scored a goal this year. Raymond Mendoza, also another senior on this squad. Chris Mendoza, good minutes at either center back or left back most of the season. As well as Chris Nunez, the senior goalkeeper. Exceptional season for him, a highlight reel save here tonight. But the Bobcats fall 5-4. Our upcoming broadcast schedule here on KFJB-TV, we bring you girls soccer tomorrow night from Des Moines North High School. 7 o'clock is kickoff. 6:45 is the pregame show as postseason play gets underway in Class 3A for the girls coming up tomorrow night. Thanks so much to our KFJB-TV crew. Zach Tomash, our on-site producer. Todd Steinkamp, Keith Stewart on our camera crew. I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks so much for joining us all season for Marshalltown Bobcat boys soccer. A disappointing overtime loss, 5-4. But a great season put for the Bobcats. 11 wins, their most since 2019. The last year they made it to state. And they'll come up short here tonight in the semifinal in Class 4A, Substate 7. You've been watching Match Day on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by First Rate Real Estate, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, Central State Bank, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, IV Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown School District, Sandvik Enterprises, Scooters, Marshalltown, State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, Members First Community Credit Union, Van Wyck Wood Builders,